Most people think metro workers are just grumpy for no reason, but after spending months talking to conductors, station agents, and train operators, I found out they're actually watching you do things that make their jobs a living nightmare. And honestly, some of this stuff will make you cringe when you realize you've been doing it wrong this whole time. Here are 10 things metro staff secretly hate and wish passengers would stop doing immediately. 1. Holding doors open like you're saving lives. I watched this happen just last week. The doors start closing, some guy sees his buddy fumbling with his phone at the turnstile and decides to be a hero by jamming his backpack in the door. Seems nice, right? Wrong. Dead wrong. A conductor I spoke with, let's call him Marcus, told me this story that'll blow your mind. One guy held the doors for literally 2 minutes, waiting for his girlfriend. 2 minutes doesn't sound like much, but that delay cascaded through the entire system. By the time we got to the end of the line, we were 18 minutes behind schedule. 18 minutes. The supervisor was screaming at me over the radio like I personally caused World War III. But here's the part that'll really get you. Those doors aren't just heavy metal slabs. They're connected to safety systems that cost thousands to repair when passengers force them open. The MTA literally budgets for door repairs caused by helpful passengers. And here's the kicker. Your friend will catch the next train in 3 minutes anyway. You're not saving anyone. 2. Using emergency stuff for absolutely everything except emergencies. This one's gonna make you laugh and cry at the same time. That big red emergency brake. People pull it because they miss their stop. Those emergency intercoms, passengers use them to ask what time the train's coming. I'm not making this up. A conductor named Sarah told me, last month, someone used the emergency intercom to ask me if I knew any good pizza places near 14th Street. Meanwhile, there's an actual medical emergency in car 4, but I can't help because this guy's having a pizza crisis. Every time someone misuses emergency features, it triggers a whole protocol. The train stops, supervisors get involved, sometimes they call actual emergency services. That's a minimum 15-minute delay because someone couldn't wait to ask their random question. But wait, it gets worse. I found out that each fake emergency call costs the system about $300 in lost time and resources. That's your tax dollars being wasted on someone's inability to read signs. The emergency brake is for when someone's about to die from the moving train. The intercom is for heart attacks and crimes. Everything else can wait. 3rd, boarding like you're storming a castle. Picture this scene. I'm standing on the platform, doors open, and instead of letting people get off first, this woman just bulldozes right into the crowd trying to exit. It was like watching someone try to fill a bathtub without taking the plug out first. A station agent named Tony put it perfectly. It's the dumbest thing I see every day. People fight to get on, while others are fighting to get off, and nobody moves. It's like watching a human traffic jam in real time. But here's why staff hate this so much. It creates what they call dwell time. That's fancy talk for the train sits there longer because passengers are being idiots. More dwell time means more delays, which means angry passengers, which means staff getting yelled at for things they didn't cause. And then there's the safety issue. When you push against people trying to exit, someone's gonna get trapped in those doors. When that happens, the conductor can't move the train until everyone's clear. I watched one incident turn a 2-minute stop into a 10-minute nightmare because someone couldn't wait their turn, stand to the side, let people off, then board. It's not rocket science, but apparently it might as well be. 4. Asking, when's the next train? Like a broken record station agents, Hear this question approximately 847 times per shift. And here's the secret they don't want you to know. Half the time, they're basically guessing. An agent named Lisa broke it down for me. People think we're connected to some magical train tracking system. The truth is, I can see what the schedule says, but if there's a sick passenger 3 stations away, that train could be 20 minutes late, and I won't know until it's sitting in front of us. But here's what really drives them insane. Passengers will ask the question, get an answer, then ask again, 30 seconds later, like the laws of physics changed. Some people ask 3 different staff members, hoping to get a different answer, like we're running some kind of train conspiracy. The worst part? Your phone probably has better real-time data than what the agent can give you. But instead of checking an app, you're treating the staff like human Google. One agent told me, I had a guy ask me about train times every minute for 20 minutes straight. 20 minutes. I started counting just to see if he'd stop. He didn't. 5. Turning trains into personal restaurants. You've seen them. People eating full meals on the train like they're at a 5-star restaurant. I'm talking spaghetti, soup, even birthday cake. Then they leave all their trash for someone else to deal with. A conductor named Mike told me about the time someone brought an entire Thanksgiving dinner on the train. Turkey, mashed potatoes, cranberry sauce, the works. They ate it with real plates and everything, then just left all the containers and utensils on the seats when they got off. It looked like a food bomb went off, but it's not just about being gross. Food attracts rats, creates slippery floors, and makes the whole car smell like a garbage truck. Plus, someone has to clean all that up during the short breaks between trips. Here's something that'll shock you. They track food-related incidents. That includes everything from people slipping on banana peels to trains being taken out of service because of spilled liquids damaging equipment. The conductor who has to announce delays caused by food spills. They're the ones getting screamed at by angry passengers, even though they didn't dump soup all over the floor. 6. Becoming human door blockers. This drives conductors absolutely insane. You get on the train and immediately plant yourself right in front of the doors, like you've claimed territory. Meanwhile, 20 people behind you can't board, and you're just standing there scrolling through Instagram. Some people treat the doorway like it's their personal VIP section, one conductor told me. They'll stand there for the entire 45-minute trip, even when the rest of the car is completely empty. I witnessed this during morning rush hour. One guy blocking the door turned a normal 30-second stop into a 3-minute ordeal. By the end of the line, we were 8 minutes behind schedule because one person couldn't move 6 feet to the center of the car. 7. Blasting music like you're a rolling concert. This one's obvious, but apparently not obvious enough. You know that person playing music from their phone speaker at full volume. Metro staff hate them more than you do. And that's saying something. A conductor named Janet told me, I can hear someone's music from my cab in the middle of the train. That's how loud it is. The worst part is, there's nothing I can do about it while we're moving between stations. Here's what passengers don't realize. Loud music creates a chain reaction. When one person blasts music, other people start talking louder. Then someone else turns up their music to compete. Before you know it, the whole car sounds like a nightclub having a nervous breakdown. One conductor told me about a passenger who was playing music without headphones while wearing expensive headphones around their neck. They had $200 headphones hanging right there and chose to torture everyone instead of using them. 8. Asking staff to break the laws of physics. Can you hold the train for my friend who's running down the stairs? Can you skip the next stop so I'm not late for work? Can you make the train go faster? Staff get these requests constantly, and they're all completely impossible. But passengers keep asking, and when the answer is no, they act like the staff is being mean on purpose. A station agent named Carlos broke it down. People think we have way more power than we actually do. I can't control train schedules, I can't make them go faster, and I definitely can't change the laws of physics because someone overslept. But here's the part that's really frustrating. When staff explain why they can't do something, passengers argue about it like it's a negotiation. Come on, just this once. As if safety protocols and federal regulations are suggestions. One conductor told me about a passenger who demanded he hold the train for 10 minutes because their Uber was stuck in traffic. 10 minutes. I tried explaining that holding one train for 10 minutes would delay thousands of other passengers, but they just kept saying it wasn't their problem. The rules exist for safety and efficiency. When staff say no, it's not personal. It's literally impossible. 9. Treating safety announcements like background noise. Stand clear of the closing doors. Do not lean against the doors. Keep your belongings close. Staff make these announcements because they've seen every possible way people can get hurt. But passengers treat them like elevator music. A train operator named David told me about a passenger who ignored door warnings for an entire trip. Every station, I'd announce not to lean against the doors. This guy spent 20 minutes leaning against them anyway. When we got to his stop, the doors opened and he fell backwards onto the platform. Guess who got blamed when he complained to the supervisor? Here's what'll shock you. Every safety announcement exists because someone got hurt doing exactly what the announcement warns against. That "don't put your hand in the doors" warning? Someone lost fingers. The "stand clear" announcement? People have been dragged. When staff see passengers ignoring safety rules, they know they're probably going to deal with an incident later. Someone will get hurt, the train will be delayed, paperwork will pile up, and supervisors will ask what could have been done to prevent it. Those announcements aren't suggestions. They're trying to keep you alive and keep trains moving. 10. Blaming staff for acts of God. This is the big one that every metro worker mentioned. Signal problems, weather delays, medical emergencies, police investigations. None of these are things the conductor or station agent caused, but they're the ones who get screamed at about it. A conductor named Patricia told me, "I had someone get in my face screaming about a 30-minute delay caused by a police investigation, like I personally called the cops and told them to shut down the tracks to ruin this guy's day." Staff are just as frustrated by delays as passengers are. They want trains to run on time because delays make their jobs harder too. The 100-year-old signal system that causes most delays? The conductor didn't build it. The medical emergency. The station agent didn't cause someone's heart attack. One station agent put it perfectly. I get blamed for everything from mechanical problems to acts of Congress. People think I personally broke their train just to make them late for their date. Metro staff aren't asking for miracles. They just want to do their jobs without constantly dealing with preventable chaos and misdirected anger. Everything on this list is totally avoidable with basic common sense and courtesy. But making these small changes can turn your metro experience from a daily battle into something that actually works. Next time you ride, remember, there are real people working to get you where you need to go safely. Treat them with respect, and you might be surprised how much better your commute becomes. If this opened your eyes to something you've been doing wrong, hit that like button and subscribe. Trust me, there are way more secrets about everyday things that'll blow your mind.